we enjoy the sun, the weather is nice and hot. But I live in Michigan. I have been involved in the Pipefinder since I was 14 years old, so that's more than a decade. I came to the church because of the Pipefinder. So for me, Pipefinder is more than a ministry, it's a call, it's a mission. And that's why I have been working with the Pipefinder since I just joined. I was able to co-found a club here in Dwyer, Hispanic Club, Orion Constellation. And I love this ministry. So I think that we can start, and I can share my screen. Okay, so we are going to talk about teaching styles, and I'm going to connect the teaching styles with things that we also hear around us with education, okay? Okay, so the objective, and you can follow me, is to provide participants with a general idea of what teaching styles we use and receive, and also see what Jesus used in his ministry, okay? And finally, that we all have different ways to learn and to acquire knowledge. So when we are teaching our Pipefinders, our adventure, any ministry that we are dealing with teaching, we need to learn others' needs in order to reach them. Okay, I just say that part. So if you are looking your master guide book, you will see that this is the part that maybe you need to find to sign, understanding and teaching to learning styles. Okay, okay, your teaching styles matters. I want you to look at this picture. You can make or break, and that's true. Right now, if I ask you, can you think about a teacher, professor that makes you cry? Like, can you think about that teacher? Because like, oh, or you can think about that one that also you felt like it was like a mom or dad to you. Can you name them? I think that I can name some of those teachers that touched my heart, that changed how I am thinking today. And so they make me. But I also have teachers that break me. Just maybe when they grade some of my paper and just one comment that you still remember that comment, but actually instead of breaking me, I say, okay, I'm going to do better than that. I'm going to put my best. So your teaching styles matter. It can make or break others. Your Pipefinders, your kids, any person that you are teaching, they can't break or make. Now, what are teaching styles? And teaching styles are also called teaching methods, are considered to be the general principles, okay, that we use when we teach in a classroom, in the church, or any class, honor, activity in the church. Now, let's get to this part, because this is where we want you to pay attention as our first section. We're going to use for this presentation 5 teaching styles, okay? Only 5. There's more that are developing right now, but we're going to talk about 5 of them. Explaining or lecture is, we call the authoritative style, is the one that I come right now and I just giving to you all of this information. You're just there to listen to me. I may listen to you, but actually I am the primary person. I am the one that has information. Your job is to take notes, to write, to draw, to just listen what I am saying. We use these styles in the church, actually sometimes when we have a lot of people and you want to give information in a short time. So you just give the explaining or lecture, okay? But today we're not going to do lecture. We're going to have you involved in the process, so don't worry. Okay, now demonstration. For demonstration, is when I am teaching a class, for example, and I want you to play piano. So I show you how to play piano. You can see it, okay? You put your hands in the keyboard, you go this and this, make sure that your hands goes down. So that is when I show you, you see what I am doing, okay? Or for those that plays basketball, okay, you drill, you take the ball like this, and you just shoot the ball, the position of your hands, you see it. I am showing you how you can do it. That doesn't mean that you're going to do it. I'm just showing with the sample, with the ball, with the instrument, how to do that one. Okay, so we have lecture. It's me actually basically talking, giving you information, you're taking notes or listening, demonstrating, and just provide and showing you how that works. Science, experiment. How many of you love, like, see those things? Oh, pop, fire, volcano, how you make volcano. You see it. It looks wow. You see how I do it. I show you the tools, what I need, but you maybe don't do it. Okay, so that's a demonstration style. Collaboration, and kind of we are using that one right now. When we need to teach a class, right? We need to teach a class, and we want another teachers to help do the class because they have more resources. Or actually, what about if you work together? I have Abraham and Jonathan and Cheryl. What about if you work together and create the presentation for me? So is that when you have a group working together, you just provide for them the tools and they need to do it, okay? Learning by teaching, we use that one a lot. And when we have kids, like our Pathfinders, that age, they need to learn by teaching. Like they need to be able to do it, try themselves. So for example, we're doing the Bible making, right? I show you how to do it, but now they need to have their Bible and get their Bible, get a topic and study and highlight it and follow through. So is that how we have our learning by teaching? I give you the Bible, I give you the highlighter, but you need to go and do it, right? You do it for me. Okay, see, and now show it to me. How that works? So how can I mark my Bible following a topic or a concept? Okay, and finally, inquire base. Here, you are the one that makes the question. You are thinking, okay, so if something happened, what about this? My job is to help you to produce and create questions that generate how we're going to learn. Okay, so if you have questions, don't worry, now is your time to show me that you understand that. So now we're going to see this picture. Okay, see the picture. I want you to think. You can write it in a comment. If you see this picture, what styles can you connect to this picture? Look at the picture. Now look at the styles. Explaining, demonstrating, collaboration, learning by teaching, or inquiry-based. Look at the picture. Which one? You can name. You think that goes with that picture. And I want to see your comments. Let's see. Okay, I see. I see that lecture. I see someone say lecture. Okay. Okay, I will go back to the lecture, look at the teaching styles, and see at the picture, lecture and hands-on. Okay. We have like 3 more seconds of people thinking. Look at the picture. Now see the styles. I just want to know the inputs that you connect those styles. Lecture, okay. Amanda, Jonathan, Brenda, we have like everyone saying lecture. Okay, good, good. Coaching, because I can see like a Teddy down. Okay, Teddy down. I see that one too. Okay, but lecture is one of those. Yes, indeed. Why? Because I am just there, maybe giving information. I am not concerned, maybe aware of everything that is happening around, because my job is to provide an information for you. And maybe that will cost you like throwing things. And when kids are there, you get to move and talk and involve them because they get bored after maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. And guess what? With today's technology, it's more challenging to have their attention because they're used to see something moving in the screen. And when we stand and talk to them, they get bored, right? I don't know how many of you right now are like, I'm getting bored. I hope no. But just the idea that if you stand there to this Pathfinder and give a class just lecturing to them, that is going to be happening. Maybe not, they will not draw papers to you. Okay, I see coaching because I can see, okay, I think you say coaching. Okay, I am reading your comments so we can connect this. if they will not throw something to you like that in reality, but they are thinking, okay? Their minds is away, okay? Thank you, good job for participating. Okay, let's keep moving. Teaching styles, need to move this. Okay, we have two different ways that we teach. It's not only the style, but now how we put those styles in action. So one is the teacher center, and other one is the student center. So that means that everything's going to go around me as a teacher or you around the students. And I really love this illustration because it shows which styles help us to be teaching center or the student center. So let's look at this graph right now. So we have here at the right side, you follow my mouse, inquiry-based learning, which is the student making question, what about this? And then we just keep teaching from there. That's a student center. They're like paying attention. They're in the process. They're learning. They're involved. They're giving you what they have. And from there, you can see what they know. Now, game-based learning. So when we play together and learning, personalized learning is like by individual, what they know. Let me go to you. And of course, we have these other ones, which I'm not going to touch. I just want to show you which one has more impact in the kids and which one has less, okay? So just to put that in mind, that how we can impact those kids when we are teaching them something. And yes, your styles can make or break them. Okay. Now, we have a learning activity. I just want always to review. I told you that I'm not giving you a lecture. You're just looking at me, try to fill out your worksheet to get that signature. No, it's more than that. You're going to process this. You're going to have hands-on, okay? So I want you to, because we have time and we are most adult here, I want you to get objects from your house. I'm going to give you 3 minutes, okay? Objects from your house that can illustrate the teaching styles that I use in the presentation. For example, here, I talk about explaining a lecture, demonstration, collaboration, learning by teaching, or inquiry-based. So now, what things can you use in your house that can connect to those teaching styles? Okay, so can we put the 2 minutes? I know it's a few minutes, but you can do it just 2 minutes. Start thinking. What things can you get from home? Just something you have maybe at your hands, and you can connect it with these teaching styles. I just put some picture there for you to get an idea. And I will go back to the teaching style so you can see. Find objects at home that you can use it to illustrate these teaching styles. I have mine here, but I will not show you yet. So we have the 2 minutes running. Dun, dun, dun. Explaining a lecture. And when you find an object, at least get 3 of them, not the 5 because time matters, but at least 2 or 3 and write it down. What do you have and which teaching style can you use with that object, or which teaching style represent that object? So I want to see your comments coming down. I can give you an idea. Lamp. Oh, I see the lamp. She say lamp to explain to the adventures as Jesus is the land of the world. Yes, supplier. Yes, you give them the lamp and they can also use the lamp. Thank you, Debola. Thank you. I love that one. Okay, lamp. I need to see more. Supplier. I will show you one that I have here. Okay, I'm trying to. I have Play-Doh. I have Play-Doh here. And I'm going to use it as a demonstration, right? I can build so many things with Play-Doh and show you things. I am not a good artist with Play-Doh, but that's why I use this object, just to show you that Play-Doh can make balls, person. So this object can be as the demonstration styles, okay? So I need your objects coming out with your teaching styles. If you don't have there, you can just write it down what you think about it. I will show you another one. Okay, I see Juan. Juan is saying fruits, lamp, and flashlight. Juan, but what styles can you connect with those objects? I see Angel say cups with demonstration. Okay, yes, I see it. Whiteboard with lecture, definitely. We use whiteboard, right? Just stand and just use it for you to just observe what I want to teach. I don't need to talk. I can just write everything, right? How many of you remember those teachers that stand up and like have the two boards ready, like fill out completely when you come, like, okay, when you finish writing all of that, we talk. What? So lecture can happen in a whiteboard. They don't need to talk. They just need to write it down there. Books for lecture, yes, yes. And I do have a book here. So good, you went ahead. Okay, good. I think that we are going to see two more samples of those teaching styles and how you can use it with objects. Okay. I do have a timer, like time. Okay, well, Joanna, okay, for time, I would use time as my lecture. Why? Because for me, I am so organized. I'm here to teach you what I have. So whatever happens, I'm just here to finish and deliver this information in a matter of time. So I am the one that control what is going out and coming in, okay? So I see the angels say water for supplier, craft materials for collaboration, and we're going to finish with rope. I have the rope too, rope for collaboration. Yes, yes. So actually, this is another way that we can show teaching style using tools. And it just helps people to visualize all of these words, okay? Thank you, thank you. I enjoy your creativities, looking for things. Okay, now, application for learning. And learning is reinforced when information is shared with others. So right now, I'm just sharing what I know. So I am learning more than you right now because I am providing that information. Now, when you share the information with somebody else, that means that you process that in your head before you give it to somebody else. So it requires you extra effort. So please, we need to share this with our students, with our kids, with our Pathfinder, right? We want to benefit them. And when we do that, we are going to grow. Action plans, goal setting, very important, very important. Even today, I remember in one of the last meeting that we have at Andrews, somebody say, what is going to happen with a lot of Pathfinders now that are coming with a special learning disability? What are we going to do? Where is this saying? You need to have settings. You need to have a goal for them. And it needs to be according to their needs. But you need to try to accomplish those goals with their expectations. Okay, so have a plan. Like, I'm not going to treat all of the Pathfinder in the same class the same way because they may have different way of learning and different needs and different resources. So I'm going to try as the Pathfinder teacher or instructor to look for that and providing a way that everybody will be benefit. Okay, so have goals, what we're going to accomplish, where I want you to be at the end of this class, at the end of this year, at the end of this seminar, at the end of this crisis, where you're going to be at the end. Short and elaborate, so I think that's self-explained. And ultimately, Jesus was concerned with the needs of his learners. He understood their culture, very important, their traditions, and their life needs. Three things right now. And I think that we all know that things are happening today. And so we need to see people's needs, Pathfinder needs. Actually, by just doing this honors online, we are providing one of their needs. Is that need of learning, of being occupied with something that helps them grow instead of just oh, I need to wait until this is done to keep learning and finish my Pathfinder class. So we are going to use this experience to provide to their needs, right? I see Sabra say connect with Pathfinders outside of church and club meetings. Yes, yes, thank you. Thank you. You know, there are communities that they care more of not what the church do in the church, but what the church do in their community, how the church is helping them. And just because of that, you will have those Pathfinder that, wow, I am proud of the club that I serve. Wow, I am making something significant. Like some Pathfinder will never have an opportunity in their school to do a community service that we can provide for them in the church to do it. So how we can see their culture, their traditions, and their life needs. That's something that we need to put in mind when we are working with our Pathfinders and adventures. Okay, so now I want you to look at this illustration. Just take 30 seconds to see it by yourself. Okay, so the 30 seconds pass. So lecture. Only 5% of the information that you gave me, I'm going to return there if you are just doing a lecture. Okay, if I am reading, it's 10%. Why? When you're giving me a lecture, I am only using one of my sense, which is listening. You have one part of my body involved, which is listening. But there are other people that they learn by listening, which is good, okay? I know one of them. I need to see it, to touch it, to do it, and then I learn it. But I know people that they just need to listen one thing and they got it. Can you think about that person? I just have one person in my head right now. Think about that person that when you say something, they just need to listen it. Oh, I hear. Okay, I got it. Okay, easy. And like you like, what? I need to see it. Those I need to read it. I need to read it, I get it, but it's 10% only of the information that the kids will retain. Now, audio visual, they have two sense. My eyes and my ears are involved. So I have two of my sense working right now. So you have more of one attention. So I'm getting more of what you're trying to tell me. Demonstration, yes, you can use even this. Oh, I want you to see how you can make some, I don't know, medicine with this. Can you smell it? Show it? You feel it? Demonstration, right? When we talk with a group, discussion group, it's more because everybody's like in the interest. Okay, what is happening? I want to provide an idea. So I'm listening from there, getting from the others. It's more active. We are all participating. It's not one person, it's not centered in one person. It's more. And actually, when we share, like in a group discussion, you can see that we have different backgrounds that provides more information in their own experience, and it helps us grow. Like, oh, that happens in your country. Oh, so Dominican likes mango, and they just things that, oh, well, I didn't know about this and this. So you learn more when you're working with a group, and that's why Pathfinder is amazing, because you have group in their age level, learning from each other and growing together. Okay, practice by doing. If I don't take this in my hands and try to do a person with a plate, I will not be able to know how it works, how it feels. So I need to get it, learn it, practice. Let me try it. Let me show it to you. And finally, teaching others. But now I have a question. How many times did you see a Pathfinder in their early age class, friend class, companion class, teaching others? We wait for them to be TLT to teach. Well, they can teach when they're in the friend class, in the companion class, in the explorer class. So that's just an idea how we can help them to retain that knowledge, okay? Okay, now I want you to share, because we have, I see some comments coming. Connect with Pathfinders outside. So, oh, I just read that one, I think so. Legos, there's some more people giving more ideas how to use objects. So now I want you to think, what teaching methods will you employ I show you 5. I can go back to the lecture, collaboration, demonstration, teaching by learning, by doing, or inquire based. Which one are you going to use? Why are you going to use that one? Why? So that question will be part of your worksheet, okay? And I hope that you answer that one. So it's part of what you need to fill out at the end of this seminar, okay? And I know that this will be provided for you at the end. Maybe Eric can answer how you can get the worksheet. So that's how you choose which style I'm going to use, why I'm going to use that one, and how can I use that. But let me tell you something. I'm going to show you the answer. Actually, we try to use all of the styles, okay? It depends on who is listening to me, where I am teaching this, what is the age level, and what activity I'm doing, what I want them to see, to understand, right? So like, if you're talking about cooking, I saw that they have a cooking honor this week in the Pathfinder. I love when you make me like, okay, come on, everybody get your thing, get dressed, we're going to cook, hands clean. And I'm in the process of doing it. So I see it, I do it, I can do it. But now, first, before I cook, I need to listen, right? What is the process? How I need to put the oven, how I need to have my tools ready. I need to have a lecture part as well, okay? Then you can have the group working. Okay, what about if you make this part of the recipe and you make this part of the recipe and we put all of that together to make our plate. So you have collaboration as well. And you demonstrate because you're going to show how to put the mass and the flour together and how you get that, you know, in a good way. So you can use more than one, but now I want you to think about 1 or 2 methods that you're going to use with a specific class, with your Pathfinder club, and teaching maybe in an honor or a class. So think about it, okay? That's one of your homework. Think about it. Or maybe at church with adventure, how can I use this style? How can I help? What I need to do to get there, okay? Now we have 4 characteristics of an effective teacher: clear expectations, positive expectations. So they're clear to the age level and they're positive. Never say, and I can tell you this because I have been working in community of low income, and I have seen kids that their growth is huge. Just because I don't see them like that, I just see like, you are capable of learning. I will provide for you what you need, but your job is to learn. I know you can do it. So have those clear and positive expectations. And Pathfinders today, they need to have that too. Because maybe in their school, they don't have that expectation, positive. But you can provide that for them in the church, in your home. They need to hear that they are capable of doing, they are capable of honoring God with their actions. They can do it. And the expectation is, I want you to finish this class by May. Now we have the crisis that is happening right now. And I want you to finish all of your book so we can have investor in the fall. So they can do it. Just provide for them the tools maybe and guide them, but just have those expectations and always have high expectation, but thinking about their needs, okay? And again, for those that are dealing with special ed Pathfinder, just see what you can, just consider what is the most appropriate thing. Like, I want you to at least master this. Not everything, but I want you to get to this point, okay? Okay, classroom management. Oh, huge, very good control. And I can tell you, if you are not prepared to teach, they will notice. They're going to play and they're going to take you. Remember the picture of the person standing there and the kids throwing like a paper? Please study what you're going to teach. Second, be in control. Okay, like you know it, you study for this, or you are the adult, or you are the one that is going to teach. You expect that respect, and you are wealthy. You expect them to respect you and to follow you. Okay, but you need to respect them by showing that you're taking care, that you show them love, that you have that good relationship. And trust me, when kids feel love, they will respect you. they will follow you and they will listen to you. They need to feel that they are safe and loved, and they will respect and follow directions, and they will do what you want them to do. So show them love. This is the time to build relationship, to call them and see how they're doing. Okay, they need to hear that, because maybe they think like, I am on vacation from the club. No, they need to know, okay, I'm watching you and we are keeping working. Okay, so that will give them respect for you and what you do. Okay, and I just say that you need to know your class. Okay, before we go to Jesus, because I love talking about Jesus, before we go there, just let's have short review. So we talk about the 5 teaching styles, and I want to see who named. I want 5 people to name one of them. So quick, as fast as you can, write down one of the teaching styles that you remember. Quickly. Go, 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 right. Just put one of those teaching styles that you remember. Okay, I see lecture. Okay, Brenda, I see inquire. Brenda, and Sebran say demonstration. Yes, positive. Say Angel, we have lecture. We are missing one. Collaboration. And I need one more. We have lecture, clear, learning by teaching. Yes, thank you. That's awesome. I feel love right now because I know that you're getting this. Okay, so now at the end, we're going to do a Kahoot game. And because we have few people, we can make it. And the thing is, there's some terms that I haven't used in this PowerPoint, but you are familiar with them. I want to know how familiar you are with terms that we use in teaching that I haven't talked here. Why I am saying this and why I use a game that maybe I haven't used some of the words there. Because when you're teaching, you need to always study. We are always learning. We are always getting information because they're going to ask us. So we need to have, not always, but sometimes, most of the time, an answer, or how to guide them, or provide a resource how they can find the answer. So just get ready for at the end, okay? Don't go to the bathroom, don't get water. I have my water here because we're getting there. We're getting there, okay? Now let's talk about Jesus. And Jesus demonstrated a variety of methods in his teaching, in his whole life. 3 years and a half of working his ministry, he used actually all of the methods, better than any teacher, because he's the teacher of teachers. So what a better way to learn from Jesus, okay? So he used lecture, he used objects to teach, he used debates, like people, remember that when we have group discussion, we learn like a 50%. So Jesus used that one too, okay? And he also connect with his learner because he knew about their needs, and he provide those needs sometime before teaching them, okay? I don't know how many of you use the phrase that you cannot think until your belly is full, right? How can you think if your belly is full? So Jesus knew that. And you know, in the book of Mark, when he feed the 1,000, the 3,000, the 5,000, he fed them so they can listen, okay? So now let's see some example about Jesus teaching styles, okay? So first, I want you to remember them, okay? First, Jesus adapted his teaching style to fit the specific situation, okay? For example, when he went to them, just talk about Mark, which here we use Matthew and John. When he took to the multitude, he was doing a lecture. Jesus, that's the best method he can use there. When you have 3,000 people, 3,000, and then without counting maybe women and elderly and kids, just men, because that's what they do in those times. They just count the men. What can you do besides lecture? Can you have them, all of them, okay, divide by group. Okay, 3,000 people without a microphone. How can you do that? So what is the best method to use there? Lecture. And Jesus knew that one, so he used it, okay? Second, Jesus matched his teaching method with the message he needed to communicate. For example, in his encounter with the Samaritan woman at the well, he used questions, okay, to lead her to explore the truth. Now, I didn't tell you what style was that one? Can you tell me the style that Jesus used in the second link here? I see an answer. Okay. What style Jesus used here when he talked to the Samaritan in the well? So I see inquire. Yes, 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 yes. Because you see in the story, she's asking, oh, but we're not going to worship here. We're going to worship there. And you see her like talking. And then she was asking, you don't know who you're asking, who you're talking. And they have this inquiry, right? And the conversation turned based on what she was answering. Because Jesus only asked for water. And look, they end up talking about heaven. Amen. They started talking about water and they end up talking about heaven. So that's what Jesus was talking about. So that's teaching. When you have your kids, your Pathfinder talking about water, and then they end up talking about Jesus. That's what we are doing when we teach our Pathfinder. It's just teaching them to connect, right? Third, Jesus led his learners in moving from concrete experience to abstract. And we know that, right? The same experience. He used a lot of examples, the kingdom, the fisher, a lot of stories. So you can think about what story in the Bible Jesus uses an example just to talk about heaven, okay? And we have plenty of examples. Fourth, Jesus taught to transform lives rather than to impart information. So he has that group collaboration. I am here to supply, but I'm here also to be with you, okay? To coach you, okay? So he used mentoring assignments to teach his disciples how to share their faith. So what about Jesus? I think that we have a lot to learn from Jesus' styles. And the good thing is that he didn't use the same style. He changed depends of his audience, of those are listening to him. So in the Pathfinder Club adventure class, you need to listen to them, okay? And for adventure, because I see that we have adventure teachers here or instructor, lectures is not the best every time. You can use 3 minutes of lecture, but then try to do more hands-on activity. So depends of the age, is the less lecture if they're younger and more lecture than older, okay? Now you have a Pathfinder who is 14 years old and you're doing everything hands-on. You're not teaching them also how to stay and listen. So when they go to college, they're like lost. Oh, I'm here listening to a teacher. I don't know what they are doing because I wasn't prepared how to stay in a class at college and listening for 30 minutes without getting distracted. So we're actually training our Pathfinder for life in the church if we use the right tools, if we use the right teaching styles. Okay, so think about that. Think how you can impact those Pathfinders. Okay. And good teachers, and I know that you are quiet and silent right now, you are mute, but we're going to do this together, and by faith, I will hear your voices, okay? So let's say this loud and together. Good teacher and good Pathfinder are, number 1, live a Christ-centered life. 2, really love boys and girls. 3,
be optimistic and enthusiastic.
4,
Be master of his or her emotions.
yes. 5,
Enjoy the out of doors.
oh, please. 6,
Understand the
the characteristics
of junior youth.
yes, and the last one.
Master
diversified skills.
Yes, thank you. So that means that we are going to be learning. We never stop learning. You need to master things. Oh, but I am not good at, it's so sad when we hear people say, I am not good at this. Hey, who do you serve? The God that gives gifts and things to everyone. So God can give you, of course, I love a phrase. Somebody say, if somebody knows how to do something better than me, let the other one do it. Yes, it's okay. You know, I will not take a plane and drive and take you there because we are all going to go to peace early. But just try to master those skills that you maybe are useful in your church, that they need it. Just don't say no, try it. And okay, I am better at this, but I can get this. I don't know how many of you try something like, I don't know, but I will try. And then you finish like, oh my goodness, that was so easy. I got it. How I spent my whole life without doing this, and look how easy it is. But because you try, you're able to help others. And also, Pathfinders needs to see you trying, because we tend to tell them like, oh, you need to try, don't give up. But we give up. We just do the same thing every Sabbath or every, when we meet. Try new things and they will see it. We are a model for them. They look at us as sometimes at their third or fourth parents. So yes, I will read some comments here in a few seconds. Let me see. Attention span seems to be about 1 minute per 1 year of age when it comes to lecture style. Thank you, Sabra. And the younger kids really like high energy movement. Yes, my husband moves a lot when telling story or teaching. I am one of those. I don't know if you have seen me right now. I am talking, but my whole hands have been moving all the time. It looks like I'm doing sign language at the same time. No, I talk and I move too, right? So yes, we learn different ways, all of us, okay? So thank you for sharing that. Going back, we are getting there, okay? Good teacher knows how to be organized. And I know that sometimes it's hard to get organized. So if you don't know how to do it, ask for help, because there are other people that are good organizers and we need them. We are not here to work alone. Okay, actually good teachers, they look for resources, and that means people too that can help them. Maintain relationship, we talk about that. We have personality, yes, have a sense of humor, please. Pathfinders and adventurers, they need to laugh, they need to be relaxed. They go to school 8 hours every day for 5 days. So Pathfinders should not be looking like a school. It's more than that. We're giving them Christ, nature abilities, emotional abilities, everything in one. It needs to be more interesting than just like a classroom. So we need to have a sense of humor, okay? Jesus had that sense of humor. I don't know if you can think about any story about Jesus right now that he used that sense of humor. I want to see you writing. Think about Jesus when he used a sense of humor that you can think of. So just write that one when it's coming to you, okay? Teaching is a form of a ministry. It's a gift, okay? Christian teacher as an agent of reconciliation. Yes, they are reconciliation. We are here to connect. We're here to connect them. And I actually can tell you in my experience as a Pathfinder director before, I do have parents coming to me saying, can you talk to my child? Can you let them know that they need to, because they don't know how to communicate with their kids. And for them, I was one of those adults that was able to connect with their kids, because I played with them in the Pathfinder. They saw me camping, they saw me running, they saw me also in the church very serious. They saw me in all of my phases. They saw a friend. And when you have those parents coming to you and saying, can you talk to my child? Because they may listen to you. Wow, what a blessing, right? We're here to connect them, not only with Christ, but with their family as well, okay? And just, yes, we're going to just say the 3 R's of our teachers are important, teachers are influential, and they're able to make a difference. And I remember that I asked you a question this a few minutes ago. If you can think about that teacher or professor that changed your life or your way of thinking when you were in school, high school, or college, can you think about that person? Those are influential. I have one. I have more than one, actually. Okay, so think about those. And I can tell you, I come from like my mom. I remember my grandma. I don't remember my grandma saying, I love you. Never. Like, she passed away a few years ago, but I never saw my grandma saying, I love you. Not because she didn't love us, it's because it wasn't part of her growing up, her culture, right? They show love in other way. And here in America, you know, we always make sure that we know, we tell you that I love you, you are pretty, you are awesome. We tell you that, right? But I never hear my grandma saying that I am pretty, nothing, but I know that she loved me. She always cooked for me, and that for me, that was enough. She didn't need to tell me that I was beautiful. She just gave me a sandwich, and I feel so loved and so pretty and so amazing with that sandwich. So how we make that difference, right? So I remember my mom, when I was little, she said me, I love you. But then when I was growing up, it was hard. I don't know, because maybe when you're getting older, it's hard to say, I love you to your mom, right? Those that has teenagers, it's hard for them to tell you I love you. When they're kids, I love you, mommy, I love you, mama. But now when they're growing up, it's more hard, right? So I remember that teacher telling me, okay, but you know that she loves you, right? What about you tell your mom that you love her every day? So I say, but she's the adult. She's the one that needs to tell me that. She's my mom. But then I start practicing. I start saying, mommy, I love you. It was hard the first time, like, mommy, I love you. And like, I love you. Just so quick that just get it out. But then I say, mom, I love you. And then I love you. And now like, we just talk, hey, mom, I love you. I love you too. And that conversation came because I have a teacher that taught me how to say that. Just because some part of my culture is hard, like we are Dominican, but certain parts like you don't hear them say love because they haven't heard that, but they know that they love you, know that they love you. So I have one person that taught me that. So that's what we are, teacher. We are here to change, to connect, to reconcile, have them to connect with God, with their family, and with the community, and with themselves. So you think about how can you be one of those that change your adventure, your Pathfinder, your kids, your students' life, and the members in the church as well. What can you do as using these styles to connect with them? Okay, so if we have any question, I am open for questions. I don't know if Eric wants to say something. I know that time is running, but I want to share a Kahoot game with you right now. I'm going to share my screen now again. Don't worry. I have a comment that say, when he say, again, I tell you, it is easier for a camel to go, yes, to the eye of a needle than for someone who is rich to enter to, I love that, yes. That's a good, it's kind of funny, right? Jesus, like how you can put a camel to the needle. Thank you for that, Angel. Thank you. So now I'm going to share, if you can go to Kahoot, I'm going to show you how to do it very quick. Oh, I think that I put the questions. It is just 15 questions. We can do it in less than 15 minutes. We're going to play. You go to Kahoot. Let me just write it down. You are going to write, if Eric can write Kahoot in the chat, maybe they will all have it. So you write kahoot.com. When you put kahoot.com, you're going to click play. You click play. And when you click play, what I did, let me just go back here. I can see the play. Okay, here. When you click play, you're going to write, it's coming, this number, this number, and the play option. So, yes, thank you, Eric, Jonathan, thank you. So you need to write, and I told you that there are some things, let me put the music down because I can. Okay, there are some terms that we haven't used in the presentation, but I want to use it because I told you that as a learner, we are always looking and reading and learning. So I want to know how much do you know about things that are related to teaching style, but maybe we don't hear in this presentation. So I have 3 people. At least I'm going to start with 10. So I need 6 more. We have Jackie, and Sabra, Brenda, Sahir. Sorry if I say your name wrong, forgive me, okay? John and Joanna. Okay, 4 more. Just go to Kahoot, click play in the right item to the right side, and put 998164. I have 7. I have Becca and Becca, yes. 3 more people, 3 more. Oh, I have Eric. Okay. Okay, we have JC. Nobody? Welcome, nobody. You see, that's humor. I like it. That's humor. And I'm going to accept it. Thank you. Oh, hi. Hi, hi, welcome. Hi, we're using humor. Yvette. Okay. Legend. Oh, we have the legend here. Oh, okay. I'm getting more than 13, so that's good. More than 10. Somebody's writing. Okay, Angel, I think that Jonathan shared the link and the game pin. If you can just copy the link and then put the pin where it say play, you'll be able to do it. We have a Lee here. We have Lee that is here. I can wait 1 more minute for you, Angel. And my cell phone thought that I was talking to her. This is Siri. So when I say hi Lee, she understood hi Siri and she's connected, you see? Okay. We have 13 people. Oh, somebody left. Who left the game? Okay, Elsie is back. Okay, we're going to start in about 30 seconds. Actually, Virtue. Okay, so I will, what I enjoy connecting, I will show you something very quick that I will put just that you can, or you click connecting, you keep looking. I'm going to show you something very quick. I do have, how many people we have in the game? We have 14. Okay, we have Value. Value came here to show some value. Good job, Value. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're going to start. 15. Okay, we're ready to start. Okay, so ready to start now. If you need to go to the bathroom, use those 30 seconds left. Use the bathroom because when we start, you cannot move, you cannot breathe. Because trust me, this is very quick, okay? If you just blink your eyes, you miss the question. Okay, we have 15 people, we have 23 connected. So at least maybe one more. And I'm waiting for Angel to connect. So Angel, I will just wait 30 seconds. Those 30 seconds are, okay? Okay, we're going to start. Remember, there are things that I haven't talked, but are connecting to teaching styles. And I want to know if you're aware of those terms, okay? So, there we go. I have one question before. Okay, let's start. Teaching styles. Teacher helps students learn by actively involving students in learning. Okay, let me see. Don't worry, Angel. At least you can follow up and you can cheer for there, okay? You can cheer them because I'm not playing either, okay? I'm just watching who is winning and who is not. So you're like me, okay? So I just want to clarify just this time, these 4 terms. If somebody has a question about them, just feel free to ask before I proceed because they're going to be in the next questions, okay? So listen to those 4. This one, I see, this is the pink. What are those 4 terms? So authoritative is that person that is flexible in a sense like, I have my rules, but I also take care of your needs. So I can change my rules depending on your needs, okay? Authoritarian are those like, no, this is the way and there's no more options. That's what it is, okay? I say 8 o'clock, not 8:01, not 7:59. This it is, okay? That's authoritarian. They don't change, they don't move it. That's what it is. permissive are those that, okay, yes, mommy, yes, go ahead. It's always like, yes, yes, yes. They're not like so strict, okay? And the last one, the lazy spirit, they just like, they really don't care. They're just like in the clouds. Okay, whatever, whatever. Okay, so just keep those in mind. Okay, ready. Let's see who has the answer. Let's see. And that one is John. Good job, John. Brenda's getting there. Rebecca, Elsie, and Value. Woo. Okay, next. Allow students to regulate own behavior. Wow, that was good job. A lot of good answer, 11 people. So yes, I allow you. I am permissive. You are in control. You can just do work, okay, with your behavior. John, John, nobody comes up. Good job, nobody. And Value and Jackie, I see Jackie coming up. Good job. John, still there. He's her. Teachers who tell students what to learn and provide structure. Ooh, we have here like a variety of answers. Okay, authoritarian, remember that authoritarian are the ones that are strict, but at the same time clear about the student needs. So they're like the ideal people that we look for, okay? Good, good. Okay, so let's see who is coming up. Let's see. Oh, John, what happened? But Elsie went up and Joanna, Eric went up and Legends went up. So, okay, good job, good job. Let's do the next one. Conduct based on moral principles. How much do you know about learning? Okay, yes, ethic. Everything needs to be with principle. Actually, values and morals are part of the ethics. Okay, so we put our principle. Principle are things that we don't change. Like, for example, I will not eat a person. That's my principle. I don't eat a person. And you know, there are cultures that they eat other people, other heart to get the strength. So that's my principle. I will not do that. Now, moral is like, let's talk, I just thought about one, but here we used to do this, but when I go to another place, other country, I will change that because it doesn't go against my principle. I can change that, my morals, but not my principles. So just keep those things in mind as well. Okay, let's see who is coming. Oh, okay. Elsie, Legend went up. Good job. Joanna, Eric is coming up. John is, okay, we need to get there. We need to, Elsie, great job. Okay. Unforeseen teaching opportunity. Wow. Yes, 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 yes. Those are the moments that we don't like work for that. We don't put it down, but it just happen. It just happened, okay? Thank you. Yes, and I see a lot of good answers there. 11 out of 15, that's a good response. Okay, let's see. Oh, Eric went up and Jump say, I'm going back to my post. So Elsie is there. She's strong. She's on fire. The other one, keep doing it, okay? Don't worry. One effective teacher quality is, we show that in the PowerPoint. Yes, we say that the 3 R's. Remember the 3 R's? Respectful is one of them. Yes, I told you when they feel respected and loved, they will give you the best that they have. So yes, that's one of the effective quality. Yes, you can be passive, but you can be passive with someone but not show respect to them, and that's the thing that we can show sometimes. Let's see. Else is still up. Eric is there. Legend. John, Joanna. Okay. 7. People committed to staying up to date in knowledge and skills. We talk about that too. They are professional development, lifelong learners, demonstrators, or communicators. Wow, this one was like half and half. Okay. So now I will clarify that one. People committed to stay up to date in knowledge and skills. Actually, what we call the process is professional development. What we call the person is a lifelong learner. So the person is a lifelong learner, but what I am doing to learn is a professional development. Like right now, this is kind of like professional development, but it's not how you call that person, right? You call them lifelong learners, okay? Maybe it's how you see the terms, okay? I see someone, Elsie's on fire. Wow, we have on fire and John went up. I went to, okay, so Elsie is on fire. Wow, John went up, good job. John say, I will not get behind. Good job. Okay, 8. Using body language to communicate is, we talk about that too. Somebody say that her husband used hand to talk stories. Using body language to communicate is, yes, nonverbal. Yes, okay. And I'm glad I see 11 more good answer. We know that our body, we use like sign language is a verbal communication in a sense. But when we talk about nonverbal communication, I can use this right now. Right, you see my faces? I don't know if you see Zoom right now or Kahoot. But like, we use those faces and hands and shoulders. You see the kids, like, do you know? That's just non-verbal communication, and we use them. And depends on the culture, I think they use it more. So like Hispanic, we're like up to hands, and African American, I know some of you like, whoo, like dancing too when you're talking, right? So we get it. Americans too, and I know that Asians try to be like more, right? So depending on the culture, we use more body language or not. So just look at people right now. Just look at different cultures and look how they move their body when they talk. Just think about it. And you let me know, okay, if I am correct. Let's see. Elsie is up, John, Eric. Oh, Joanna and Yvette went up. Good job, Joanna and Yvette. You see? Sabra. Sabra Nick has a streak with 5 correct answers in a row. You are on fire, Sabra. Sabra, help. Teachers who are approachable and flexible. Teachers who are approachable and flexible. Oh, okay, we have different answers here. Okay, so we say that authoritative are those that are structured, but at the same time, think about the student needs. So they're approachable and flexible. I can come to you and change. So yes, it is the blue one. So permissive is, I am flexible, yes, but I cannot be approachable, because permissive is like, yes, get it. But approachable means that sometimes you have your structure and I can come to you and break that structure just because we want to learn and grow together. So I get there. Sometimes we have 2 terms that comes together. Yvette is on fire. She went up. And Jackie, good job, Jackie. Elsie is still there. Like she want people to take her down. So good job, Elsie. Brenda, love, okay. Glad that you enjoy it, Glenda. That's awesome. Let me just take the screen off. Teachers who attempt to control to an absolute standard. I have the control. Oh, okay, good, good. I see a lot of great answer. Yes, and I just want you to think, who are you as a teacher? What is your style? What is your style? What do you show when you are teaching? Are you like the one like, no, this is, and we're here and I know everything? No, we don't know everything. So that's the authoritarian or authoritative. It's like, okay, I know I studied, but I can also learn from you. We are here to do it together. Permissive is like easygoing, just okay, yes, you do it. Go ahead. And let's see. Jack is going up. We still have Elsie. John is going back. He's taking Elsie. He's just catching up to Elsie. Good job. Eric is still there. And 11. Let's go to 11. Gives too many explanations for the rules. Just gives too many explanations. Just constantly saying again and again. I don't know if you have seen, I have experienced that. Parents that say, at 10 o'clock, if you're not finished with your homework, you're not going to watch the movie. Then it's 10:01. Well, you can watch the movie. Then it's 10:02. Then remember that what I say. They don't have like that, like they just change constantly, right? Because they're just permissive. They don't have that structure. And let me tell you something. Kids love discipline. They love to see that there's order. We think because they're kids, they don't like order. But put kids in the middle of a mess, and they will say, "What is this mess? What is the horrible smell? What is this?" They know because they like things that are organized. So think about that. And when you give a rule and when you give explanation, just try to stick to that. You know, just change it when it's required, but just stick to that. If we say we're going to do this and this is not allowed, don't start breaking it, okay? Because actually that will lose your trust. Just keep on the rules, okay? Jackie went up, Elsie is getting there, John, Yvette, and Eric. 12. Often passive, weak, and inconsistent with procedures. Maybe excuses, yes, excuses. Good, yes, I think that's one of the easiest ones. It's like when we don't care. That one is like, from the permissive to the laissez-faire, the difference is that one, you care less. Like, I really don't care in this one. Whatever you do, I'm just there. I'm just there because they give me the title. Not because I care. So just watch, okay? I was talking about discipline and I just saw somebody put maybe. I remember when I was adventure, we were camping and I have the adventure, the Little Lamb, or I don't remember what class that I was in charge. So we were camping in Puerto Rico and I have like 5 or 6 kids in charge. And we need to go to a ground to play in a lot of, other words, those air things, bouncing house, a lot of bouncing houses they have Saturday night for all the Pathfinders. So I told my Pathfinders that I have that I have 6 of them, that we need to walk all of them, and I will, let me see, I have some, okay, yes, feel free. Let me just share my, are you listening to me? Everybody's listening to me? I just want to give a sample very quick. And I was telling them, and I was telling my Python, my adventure, that they need to walk all of them in a line. Just because it was dark, I don't want to lose them when I was walking. And one of them just break the line. it's like, oh, I can play and get out of this line. I was so afraid that they get lost in the dark. So I just say, okay, if you get out of the line, you're going to lose one of the bouncing house. And when we get to the bouncing house, they thought I forget about it, about the rules. So I say, okay, sorry, you and you are not going to that bouncing house because you didn't follow directions. Guess what? After that house, they're all walking like in lines. People want to pass between them. They say, no, we cannot break the line because we need to be together. So when they see that you follow the rules and things, they're going to like stick to that. Okay, I just want to clarify that point. Okay, let's see. Oh, Brenda is on fire. Elsie is there. Elsie, you're on fire. She's still there. Jackie and John, I bet is there. We are going to almost 2 more questions. Have no expectation for the students. No expectations at all. Remember the one that I don't care? I'm just there because of the title. Yep, yes, that one. Yes. Good job. Excellent. Elsie's on fire. John went up and Eric went up. Amazing. Elsie has the highest answer. Okay, number 14, firm control, but not overly restrictive. Okay, yes, yes. This one, remember the authoritarian, they have a structure, but they can't be flexible. They can't allow others to, okay, what about if we change this because it is raining today? Can we camp inside? Yes, we can camp inside. I have everything ready for outside, but I know the circumstances has changed, so we're going to do it inside. So those authoritarian, they just like, no, this is what it is, okay? So I think that we're in the last question. Let's see. Sahir, I don't see you in the top 5, but you're doing awesome, Sahir. Good job. Last question. This is your chance. Not demanding or responsive. They're not demanding or responsive. Thank you. Okay, 9 out of 2. I love what Jonathan said. Jonathan put in the comments, and I just want to highlight to what he mentioned because we are here to collaborate. Remember that we learn what we are working as a team. He said that laissez-faire leaders may prioritize personal relationships and give too little attention to structure and discipline. Yes, a difficult balance. Yes, it is. So thank you, Jonathan, for the highlight of that part. Just to give more clarification. Thank you. I love when we are contributing for this together. Okay, so now are you ready to see who is the winner? Can we make some drums? Even though I don't see you, let's make the drums coming out. Make your drums. Get ready. And Yvette, congratulations, you're second place. Okay, second place is Jackie. And first place is for congratulations to all of you. And guess what? Runners up are John and Eric. They're in 4th and 5th place. So amazing. I think that you all did awesome. Let me just change this now. Leave the game and go back to my last person slide. I think that we can see the screen. We are almost done. And my desktop here. Okay, I'm trying to put it big. So we just practiced Kahoot. That's what we did at the end, and I hope that you enjoyed the process. Remember, I told you there are some terms that we didn't talk, but I want to know how familiar you are with things that we use in teaching, that we hear in parenting style, but not in the teaching, but we use the action when we are teaching as well. Okay, so congratulations for all of you that participate. And for those like Angela and me that were cheering you, good job too. So now I think I can stop sharing the screen. And there we are.
All right. We do have a few minutes left. So if somebody wants to ask Professor Luz a question, feel free to raise your hand and we can allow you to be in the panel and ask your question. You can also type it in the question and answer if you're feeling shy or not wanting to come on screen. That's fine.
This is the time.
Yeah.
And I think I should say, would like to learn how to use this with PyFinders. Are you talking about the Kahoot or the styles? Just Kahoot. Oh yes, you can create. I have created my own activity, so you can create your own activity. You need to create an account on Kahoot, and you can create your own questions and put pictures. I think that when you get to Kahoot, it will be easy to follow directions, but the kids love it. And actually the sense of learning by time, because we have few minutes to seconds to assess how much do they know, is a way to know how much they know, assess their knowledge.
We have a couple of people asking here if the slides are going to be available. And I believe we do send a recording, either a recording of the entire class and or a copy of the slides to everyone who registered. So you'll be receiving that in a follow-up email.
Yes. I think that's it. Thank you, Jonathan. So they're going to receive a video, right, with the class, which you can also watch the Kahoot game and do it again by yourself, like, I have it right. So it's a good way of checking, right? I don't know if they have more questions.
Okay. I'll let Jonathan go.
We have a couple more comments coming in. Can you clarify the difference between authoritative and authoritarian?
Yes.
They're rather similar sounding, and so it's a little bit confusing.
Yes, and I get it because of the grammar, like the structure of the word just made them like, why they're the same beginning sounds and letter, but then at the end just change. So I will get there. It's a term that we use in English. In Spanish, because I was studying that for a Spanish speaker too, we don't have that confusion. So sorry for the English speaker. So authoritarian are those like, this is my way that I do things and I'm not going to change. Like if I'm going to talk about a historical person, I can say about Hitler, right? He was authoritarian. This is my way to do it. And what I believe is what we all believe. You believe what I believe and I will not change. So that's authoritarian. You can find people like that in the church. They have been working in the church for 30 years and things haven't changed in 30 years. Like this is how we do PyFinder investor for 30 years and it's not going to change. It's going to be just like that every year. But we have those authoritative, which are those that they have a structure. Like they say, yes, this is how we have, this is our rules, but they change if we have more needs. Like right now with the COVID-19, those authoritative people, they have their plans, but now they're changing because the way that they're supposed to do it, it will not work with the COVID-19 isolation. So they need to reach people in another way. Like right now, honors. Like we're going to stop teaching classes by PyFinder. No, I have the classes that we have to learn so we can go to Camp Paris on September. So we're going to do online honors so you can still learn. So I am a instructor, I have my rules, but I use new methods to reach. Okay, I know like this is the way and that's the only way that we can do it. That's the difference between authoritarian, it's my way, authoritative, we can't talk. Dialogue, let's change what is the best way to do it.
That's a fantastic explanation. I want to add something to that, and that's about priorities, because the structure that both use tend to be a little bit similar, but authoritarian believes that obedience to a higher value is a virtue in itself, whereas authoritative are more issue-oriented and pragmatic, and so they tend to be more adjusting to the expectations and needs of a child.
Yeah. And good that you say that, because today with this technology, and I can tell you, if you have seen PyFinder instructor or directors that say, we used to teach this class honor like this, but now we have technology. And the authoritative will say, we need to integrate technology in our Pathfinder because that's all they see. That's how they can work sometimes. So authoritarian will say, no, we used to do this in my days. You get the book, you go camping for 5 days in the fire in the middle of nowhere, and you get everything done. But now you need to integrate. You can still have the 5 days in the mountain because I love it. But use some, when you get to the city, use way that they can use things that they are familiar with.
For sure, for sure. Luz, do you want to explore the poll results a little bit? There's 3 questions that were shared as a poll. The first one was, are you a teacher? And we got 53% saying yes and 47% saying no. And then what do you think is most important for all teachers to possess?
I don't see those results. Should I see her or it just me listening? I don't.
Oh, are you not seeing that window?
No.
Okay, I will do a screen share.
Okay, sorry. That way I can see the data. Remember, I am a visual person, so he's trying to reach me by showing me the screen. So that's how we do it. We reach, but I can listen. So you say that 53% say if they're a teacher or if I am a teacher. What is the question?
There you go. You should be able to see it now. So we had the first question was, are you a teacher?
We just see your desktop. We don't see.
Oh, really? Okay. Hold on a second. I will fix that.
Oh, thank you, Sherry. I'm supposed to graduate this weekend at Andrews from my master's degree. Thank you. Okay. You can tell it to me. I will see your screen too big. I think that is very small. Okay, so you can tell me and I will.
Okay, so the first question is, are you a teacher? And the majority responded yes, and a slight minority responded no.
Okay. So that's for me, if I'm a teacher?
That is for all of our class people, all of our participants.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we have a good percent of teachers, so that's amazing. And I am a teacher too, yes.
And then our second question was, what do you think is most important for all teachers to possess? The most responded answer was passion. The second most responded answer was patience. And the third was knowledge.
And I think passion. When you have passion for something, you're going to seek for knowledge. And if you have passion for something, a passion will come because that passion will drive you to understand them and how to reach them by having patience. So I think for me, it's passion too. And sometimes I met people that they haven't been in a college, but they know something very good because they have passion. So passion and knowledge, I can get a book and learn, memorize this. That's knowledge. But if I don't know how to pass that knowledge that I have here to you, it just takes to me. So knowledge, I can have it, but I know how to share that knowledge is not worthy. So for me, it's passion.
For sure, for sure. And of course, when teaching kids, a balance of all 3 is important because you can't teach kids without patience.
Yes. Oh, of course. And either knowledge. Like somebody say, if you don't know what is the learning span, their attention span, you're going to be standing there talking to them and they're not going to get it. When you have that knowledge of how they process and how they grow psychological, you can help them better. So yes.
Someone put in the comments earlier in the class that the attention span for kids tends to be about 1 minute per year of their age. So a 10-year-old has about a 10-minute attention span.
Yes, that's an average. But again, I have seen this as a teacher, and I can tell you, I am right now teaching. I have teach different grade levels and even tutoring at college level. I am a kindergarten now, and I can see when the kids are exposed to learning how to do this building the stamina, like working independently, they can stay more than 5 minutes because they're 5 years old. they can stay listening to you for 7-10 minutes. That's something that they practice, okay? So yes, it's 1 minute per year, but you have those people that just can listen to you for 10 minutes, like, wow, it just is a practice, and we need to build that. Yes. And we need to make it interesting so they get engaged. You know what I mean? So you make it bored, you will lose them in less than a minute, just 10 seconds.
For sure. Our final question here was, when do Master Guides teach? And by a landslide, the response was every day. It's not just during honor classes. It's not just at leadership trainings. It's every day. Master Guide equips people to serve in a wide variety of areas. And one of the main ways that Master Guides do that is by teaching.
Yes. And as you say, I know that Pastor Dr. Abraham Henry, he say that Pathfinder for life, we are Master Guide for life too. Mm-hmm. Like, this is for life. We don't change. This is a ministry. It's a cult as well. And let me tell you something. Most of the Bible verse that I learned, I studied theology. I have a degree in theology as well, besides teaching too. And I need to memorize Bible verse, even in Hebrew and Greek. I forgot them. But all of the Bible verse that I learned when I was a Pathfinder, they are still in my head. And as a Master Guide, they're still here. So let me tell you, this is a ministry. This is for life. I see Juan Carlos saying Master Guide for life. I think so. That's the last question, right?
Yeah, I think that's all the questions we have for today. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Thank you, Luz, for leading the class today. We really appreciate it. And of course, for Eric and Mrs. Logan and all the things that you do to make this happen. Pastor Eric, would you like to have a word of prayer to close us out this evening?
Yes. Also, could I give one announcement or two real quick? Yes. Real quick, just want to let people know that if you have, the website is now live at clubministriesacademy.com, and you can register for other workshops. Today was the teaching workshop. We actually are switching the workshops that were scheduled. So the one that was for May 3rd is now going to be on May 6th, and the one that was on May 6th is now going to be on May 3rd. So those are switched, but I think I sent an email to those who are already registered, but if you are in this class and you're registering for that, wanted you to know that as well. And yeah, all right, that's it. So let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, as we come to the close of this workshop, we ask that you help us to be better teachers, for you are the best teacher. You are the teacher of things of the universe. So every time that we teach as Master Guides, as teachers in classrooms, as elders, as leaders, as pastors, oh Lord, be in our hearts, be in our mind, lead us so that we can lead your young people to you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, everyone. This has been the Master Guide Toolbox workshop on teaching from quarantine. Everyone have a good night.